BD no tail farmer. Save the soil, you know. BD no tail farmer. No tail farmer.
Yeah.
Make our planet better.
Yo,
Planet better.
red worms in the cover crop. Fresh load of some compost. New mulch layer on the top. Let it grow, then we chop and drop those. I don't disturb my soil, no. Through the winter I let that daikon go. Roots penetrate deep and break down. I just feed the soil and take care of.
Hey, YouTube family. Hope you guys had a great week. Happy Friday. I've been on the road all week, so it's the first time getting in here with the girls. So if you haven't checked it out, if you don't have Instagram, I'd love you to get Instagram and check the Beast Permanent Midnight that we harvested in here. It was such a great grow, and I loved it. It was great terps coming off of there. We had a lot of diesel, a little bit of grape, a little bit of cream coming off of there. But now we're getting ready for a new run. This is the Grassroots Fabric Pot 30-gallon. We haven't done a soil test in here, and we've ran 3 grows. This will be its 4th grow. So we're debating on doing a soil test in here or just re-amending it the build the soil way like I do with some castings and craft blend and some compost. So I'm still debating on what I want to do here. We still got a couple weeks before these girls are ready. This is the GG4 Sherbert from Fast Buds. We'll be transplanting one of these girls in here. Huge shout out to Vivo Sun. They sent me over some side lighting. This is going to be for under the canopy, so we'll hook them up along here so we can get some under canopy lighting, maybe boost our yields a little bit. Huge shout out to Vivo Sun. This is the 4x4 tent. Now, since we got babies in here, we got a new environment. We're running about 77 degrees, 70% humidity, 75% humidity. You want to stay in that VPD range. That 0.7 to 0.9 to 1.0 is a good range to run off of to keep your seedlings happy. So I'm excited. Stay tuned. We'll be deciding whether or not to do a soil test or just re-amend it like we normally do and get that canopy lighting in there. This is the 8x8 from AC Infinity. We got the Crop Culture Peonia Blue Skies here. Day 54 flower. A lot of diesel, little lemon coming off here. The stacking is amazing. It's looking really good. A lot of really good terps, and that's what I love about scrogging. So we did all this hard work in veg. We did our training. We double scrogged it. We lollipopped and cleaned it up. So when you do the training in veg, you're going to get the yield you're after in flower. And that's what it's all about, is keeping healthy plants and getting the yield that you need to work with your family and work with you. So try this method, scrog it out. Check out my videos. Check out the Northern Scrogger. He's a really good teacher, and you can get amazing plants like this. This is just 2 plants in here, and just you can see that they're just leaning. We could tie some of these up, but we got so much flower in here, and I'm just not going to spend the time to tie each individual thing up. The scrog's going to act as a trellis, so it's going to kind of protect some of these from leaning over, but we grew outside of the trellis, so some of this might start leaning, but no big deal. Like I said, you can tie it up. I'm not going to mess around with it. I'm popping beans this weekend, Gromies. We're popping the Black Sugar 2.0. We're popping Ricky's Hash Plant, and we're popping the Magic Candy Mountain OG. The Magic Candy Mountain OG will go in the tray to grow. It's a bottle watering bottom fed system, so we'll be running 1 or 2 in there. And then the Black Sugar 2.0 from Seedling, we're going to run 1 or 2 in here. I haven't decided yet, but we'll pop enough beans to make sure that we can pick a good keeper. And then the Ricky's Hash Plant is going to go in here. I'm really excited to run the Ricky's Hash Plant. I'm a huge Trailer Park Boy fan. Go check them out. They're on Netflix. You can find them anywhere. It's a good laugh, good show to kick back and relax. So huge shout out to the sponsors. Appreciate you guys. And let's go over here and jump over here to the Spider Farmer tent. We finally got the 5th dimension from All Kid transplanted. We're going to be doing some cleaning up in here, pull some of these lower leaves, start bending this down. We'll use our bud trainer clips to create new apexes and get this training and ready to go. And we'll add some more mulch in here. We'll get some more cover crop going in here. That's what you're after. So these are in seedling stage 2. They're starting to veg out. You could count this as a veg stage. There's many ways to count if it's a veg or seedling stage. Once they start showing 7 to 9 leaflets and they start exploding with growth, you can pretty much assume that they're in veg. And you're going to want to run that 0.8 to 1.0 VPD. So I'm about 78 degrees, 70% humidity, and I'll rock that for a while just to keep these girls happy, keep less work on them. And the environment over here, we have 78 degrees and about 50-55% humidity. We're in latent flower, like I said, day 54, so we don't want mold. We want good airflow. We got fans moving everything around. So while I got you, I want to talk about watering a little bit. So we got these 2 3x3 beds. I use EcoWit systems. It's just a little soil moisture meter that'll stick down in your soil. You can get ones that reach down to the bottom. I don't feel it's absolutely necessary, and it's just an extra step, but that's a good cheater to use. Is something that's reading back your soil moisture to your phone. So I kind of use that to read and teach me how to water. Now that I'm in flower with this, I've been watering 5% every other day, which is about 3 gallons. So that's what I've been doing in here, is giving it the 3 gallons every other day. Sometimes we'll go 2 days, and that's where the EcoWit comes in handy, is you can get off of your gut and kind of use that electronic to kind of show you the beginning stages of growing organic in the bigger bodies of soil and how to water them. Same thing with here. These right now, since they have nothing in them, we just killed our cover crop. I'm not watering these very often. I did a 1.5 gallon watering at the beginning of the week, and they still don't need any. I have an EcoWit in here, and then that's just running off an auto watering system. Cover crop's growing, flourishing, and happy. So we'll go over here to the 30 gallon bed. We got cover crop in here. I like to keep plants in here just to keep water moving around, keep the biology happy. And so when you're watering a 30 gallon, something like that, it's the same thing. It's 5%. So this is about 1.5 gallons that we'd water to get that 5% range. And when you're in seedling stage, say we transplanted one of these, you could probably water that 5% once every 3 to 4 days until they get bigger, and they're going to be happy. Like I said, use one of those EcoWits. Don't play the guessing game. Get to know your plants, get to know your pots. It's what it's going to take to learn watering, overwatering, underwatering. And when you're in these bigger beds, it's really hard to overwater, especially when you got other plants growing in here drinking up the water. So I highly recommend getting more plants in there, some sort of cover crop to help wick moisture around and make sure that you're not overwatering. So right here, we got the 19 by 18 hobby bed, and this is a little less than 30 gallons because it's not filled up all the way. So right now, I watered the 5% on Monday before I left town, and they still don't need any water. The moisture is really good, on point. That's what's really cool about having cover crop and mulch, is that moisture is going to retain, especially in the early stages. So you're not watering as often. Keep to that 5% rule. When you get into stretch, you may have to jump up to 10%, and we can talk about that more. I just want you guys to kind of get the gist of the watering. You know, it's hard to overwater in bigger pots. Stick to that 5%. Let your plants tell you what they need and when they need it, and you're going to crush it, Gromies. So I appreciate you guys for following along. I'm happy to finally get everything on sync, get this whole tent going, get everything going at the same time. This has been a new build. It's been a process, but we're finally there. We're finally getting it going. So stay tuned, Gromies. Much love, and I hope you all have a great night.
I be the no-till farmer. Save the soil, you know. I be the no-till farmer. No-till farmer.
Yeah.
Make our planet better.
Yo,
Planet better.
red worms in the cover crop. Fresh load of some compost. New mulch layer on the top. Let it grow, then we chop and drop those. I don't disturb my soil, no. Through the winter I let that daikon go. Roots penetrate deep and break down. I just feed the soil and take care of